Scott fluid. So Pitch Perfect 2 is the sequel to Pitch Perfect and is directed by Elizabeth Banks and stars Anna Kendrick, Rebel Wilson, and the rest of the cast that's returning from the previous Pitch Perfect. So after a humiliating performance in front of President Obama, the Barton Bellas are banned from collegiate competitions, and now they have to win the world competition to sort of get reinstated, and then you have Pitch Perfect 2. I was really surprised on how much I enjoyed the last Pitch Perfect, and I was looking forward to seeing this movie. Then I go into this one and, oh god, the movie tries to take things that you liked about the previous Pitch Perfect and just like up the ante. Because like the sing-off in the first one was really cool. I liked the whole feeding off other a cappella groups and like busting into your own song. But then this one, the jokes in this sort of fell flat and they just felt so forced. It's like they were taking the jokes and taking your face and just rubbing your face in it and hoping they were funny. And a lot of them, it's just like the jokes kept going and they're hoping to be funny. I think one of the biggest reasons the jokes didn't hit as hard as the last Pitch Perfect was a lot of the characters in this are really big stereotypes of, you know, what they're supposed to be. You have the Asian chick from the last movie who's, oh yeah, she's really super weird, but again, they try to take that and then blow it up to be bigger, and it's like she's a lot weirder now. And the worst one of them all was the character of Flo, and like, you know, she's this immigrant that comes in. She says all these like, in my opinion, racist comments. They're so bad I can't even remember them all. I just remember being put off by those jokes, and it's like, okay. There are movies that are really long, but they feel so short because they keep you engaged with all the things. Then there are movies that are short and then they feel long because they just drag things out. And this is what this movie was. They try to drag so many things out. There are a lot of scenes in this movie where I'm looking at the watch I don't wear, and it's like, are we still in this scene? Let's move it along. Let's move the plot along. I don't want to be in this scene anymore. When they started dragging these scenes out, the jokes became stale. And besides the fact that a couple of these things were really dragged out, there were a lot of scenes that were totally unnecessary. And that leads me to like the biggest problem of this movie. This movie had no focus. The movie didn't seem to know what it wanted it to be. You have the big plot that they were marketing with the world competition between the Germans and them and their conflict. And then you have the Bellas losing their sound and not being who they were. And then you have another storyline with this new band member of Haley Steinfeld coming in. Her mom was a Bella, and you know, all she wants to be is a Bella. And then you also have Becca with her internship, which was probably the most interesting storyline in this entire movie. In my opinion, if they would have focused in on Becca's story, because ultimately it is Becca's storyline, because in the last one you see her going from this closed off girl who just wants to be a DJ, and then she opens up to this whole group of Bellas. And in this one, she gets this internship at this record company, and it conflicts being a member of the Bellas. And it was an interesting conflict between what she wanted in life. Does she want to be what she's always dreamed of being, or does she want to stick with her friends and being a Bella? And I thought that was very interesting. And with this, the main story of the World Championship, the thing that they're all supposed to be fighting for, it was kind of just there. What I liked about the last one was the national championship just built up. They didn't have that build up in this movie. You get mention of the championship in the beginning of the movie, and they meet the Germans, and then they go to this retreat to find their sound again. And then when it comes back, it's like, oh, hey, here's the world championship. And it's like, okay, cool. Where was this the entire movie? And another big thing that I thought was missing from this movie was the last movie is you had this great conflict between Becca and Aubrey and what they thought the group needed to win nationals, and it was missing that conflict in this movie. I mean, you kind of get that in this one, Chloe not wanting to move on and Becca trying to move on after graduation, but they didn't focus in on that. I know it sounds like I'm just crapping all over this movie. There are some things in this movie that I did enjoy, and one of them was Anna Kendrick. I'm a fan of Anna Kendrick. I saw her in 50-50 and Up in the Air, and she has really good like dramatic acting chops, and she's also a really fun comedic actress. And the same with Rebel Wilson. I mean, yeah, her comedy is the same in everything she does. I found myself laughing at a lot of the stuff that she did, so she's definitely one of the stronger points in this movie. And the singing, I mean, this is a musical. I mean, come on, if you don't tap your foot and like want to sing after this movie, I know that sounds not very manly of me, but when the singing was going on, I was having fun. And the last thing I want to talk about, and anybody that's seen this movie can agree with me, the best part about this movie is Keegan from Key and Peele. Every scene that he's in, he steals the scene. He's so funny. I wanted to see more of him. He's that classic brash music producer, and he's constantly berating this one intern, and he's by far the best part about this movie. So overall thoughts, if you really love Pitch Perfect, you're gonna like Pitch Perfect 2. But again, it tries too much to be like the last one. The movie is totally unfocused, and overall it was a disappointment, so I'm giving Pitch Perfect 2 a meh. So Pitch Perfect 2, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Did you like it better than the first one? Do you still like the first one better like I do? Leave a comment below, tell me your thoughts. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And if you like this, click right here. You can see more videos. Bye, Andrew.